rise of Islam is perhaps the most amazing event in human history. Springing from a land and a people alike previously negligible, Islam spread within a century over half the earth, shattering great empires, overthrowing long-established religions, remolding the souls of races, and building up a whole new world of Islam. The closer we examine this development, the more extraordinary does it appear. The other great religions won their way slowly, by painful struggle, and finally triumphed with the aid of powerful monarchs converted to the new faith. Christianity had its Constantine, Buddhism its Asoka, and Zoroastrianism its Cyrus, each lending to his chosen cult the mighty force of secular authority. Not so Islam. Arising in a desert land sparsely inhabited by a nomad race previously undistinguished in human annals, Islam sallied forth on its great adventure with the slenderest human backing and against the heaviest material odds. Yet Islam triumphed with seemingly miraculous ease, and a couple of generations saw the fiery crescent born victorious from the Pyrenees to the Himalayas and from the desert of Central Asia to the deserts of Central Africa. Islam, the religion of all prophets. Begum Bawani Waqf, Karachi, Pakistan. Islam is a religion that is essentially rationalistic in the widest sense of this term, considered etymologically and historically. The definition of rationalism as a system that bases religious belief on principles furnished by the reason applies to it exactly. It cannot be denied that many doctrines and systems of theology, and also many superstitions, from the worship of saints to the use of rosaries and amulets, have become grafted on the main trunk of Muslim creed. But in spite of the rich development, in every sense of the term, of the teachings of the Prophet, the Quran has invariably kept its place as the fundamental starting point, and the dogma of unity of God has always been proclaimed therein with a grandeur, a majesty, an invariable purity, and with a note of sure conviction, which it is hard to find surpassed outside the pale of Islam. This fidelity to the fundamental dogma of the religion, the elemental simplicity of the formula in which it is enunciated, the proof that it gains from the fervid conviction of the missionaries who propagate it, are so many causes to explain the success of Mohammedan missionary efforts. A creed so precise, so stripped of all theological complexities, and consequently so accessible to the ordinary understanding, might be expected to possess, and does indeed possess, a marvelous power of winning its way into the consciences of men. La propagande chrétienne et adversaries musulmans, Paris, 1890, quoted by T. W. Arnold in The Preaching of Islam, London, 1913. Montgomery Watt. I am not a Muslim in the usual sense, though I hope I am a Muslim, as one surrendered to God, but I believe that embedded in the Quran and other expressions of the Islamic vision are vast stores of divine truth from which I and other Occidentals have still much to learn, and Islam is certainly a strong contender for the supplying of the basic framework of the one religion of the future. Islam and Christianity Today, London, 1983, Paul Varro Martinson. Islam is an authentic faith that shapes our Muslim neighbors' innermost being and determines their attitude in life. And the Islamic faith is generally more tradition-oriented than the recent Western shape of Christian faith, which has experienced considerable secularization. Yet we are only fair to the Islamic population when we understand them from their religious core and respect them as a faith community. Muslims have become important partners in faith conversation. Islam, An Introduction for Christians, Augsburg, Minneapolis, 1994.